All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue Year 9 with our Quebec City Ace Nordiques. The last video, we started the season simulation. We're about halfway through Year 9 right now, and I got to admit, when we first started the simulation, I didn't know what kind of team we were going to be. With the absence of Jordan Eberle and Casey Cizikas and the new acquisitions that we had, I didn't know what to expect just yet, but so far, halfway through the season, and we're one of the best teams in the NHL, and I think it's because of our great goalie, Robinson Brathwaite. All right, he's tearing it up back there, and right now we sit with 51 points, tied for first in the Atlantic Division, and tied for third in the NHL. Okay, and since we're halfway through the NHL season, I mean, we could go on a losing streak, but we're gonna be a playoff team, no doubt. Now, in the last video, I was asking you guys, should we make any line changes? Our goals for per game is pretty good. Our goals against per game is pretty good. A few guys were saying, switch Cogliano with Nordgren. You'd get more goals on that first line, but I make the argument then that maybe the second line won't get as many goals, right? No doubt that Nordgren right now is a better player than Cogliano, but Barkov and Mantha, they're having like amazing years on that second line, like 30 points in 36 games, right? Barkov, same thing. I think he's got like 30-something points, 32 points in 36 games. So the way it's working right now, our top six is very balanced goal scoring. Huberdeau is still a point-a-game player. Kapitanov is right below a point a game. And Cogliano, I mean, he's not a point-a-game player. He's going to be like a 20-25 goal scorer with maybe 20-25 assists. So another 50-point guy. But when you're getting the depth goal scoring from the second line, you can overlook that from Cogliano a little bit. And as long as we're winning games, I mean, that's the real important thing. The third and fourth line really not getting us any goals. And when it comes to the power play, somebody suggested why not bring up Kirka instead of Ekblad for that second line power play, because Kirka's got a really good passing rating and an offensive awareness, 95 and a 91, right? Ekblad, he's a two-way defenseman. He's got more of a defensive category. His offensive awareness is 89 and passing 87. That would be a good idea, but, the same thing. The second line is getting these points as well, right? So Kirka on the second line power play might be helping out these second liners, while the first liners don't need all the help in the world. So I'm going to leave the team the way it is right now. I don't want to make any changes, but if we do start to lose some games, if our goals for starts to dip a little bit, then those are the changes that I'll make. Nordgren up to the first line and Kirka on the power play. Now, before we get started here, I said in the last video that I wanted to keep an eye on this. I actually forgot. You guys reminded me. Progress reports. So we'll take a look at progress reports right now for our team. All right. So Clifford, yeah, he always gets the drop because we're playing him on the third or fourth line, right? He's dropped down by 11, but the important thing is the defensive awareness stays up there at 87, which it is. He's dropped probably in the offensive category. Yeah, like puck skills and shooting, right? But we don't use Clifford for his goals, so it's not a big deal. Yuri Kapitanov looks like he keeps getting better every single year. This is going to be the last year that he gets that big jump. He's 25. I think he turns 26 pretty soon, and he's rounding out to be a great player. Slapshot power's up at 98 now. Wrist shot power up at 99. Deakin could be a little bit higher, but he's more of a shooter, I guess. Offensive awareness 99. He's a speedy player. Body checking is up there, and defensive awareness for offensive defenseman. His defensive awareness is good. His shot blocking is still pretty low, 77, but we don't use him on the PK anyway, so it's not a big deal. So Yuri Kapitanov's looking great. Jonathan Huberdeau, he's still getting better, even though he's 28 years old. The season progression, but again, the season progression comes down before next year, right? Statistical growth. See the difference between statistical growth and natural growth? If it was natural growth, he'd stay there, but statistical growth, he's just a hot player right now. All right, so that's great for us. Shore, he's probably dropped. Yeah, these guys have dropped because they're getting the third line time. Hart Kane has still got 87. Shore still got 85. Tyrell still got 85, so they're fine. Henriksen, he's gone up. That's good. He's gone up a little bit. Again, I would have liked him to become a top six player, but if he's going to stay as a bottom six player, that's fine because we need grinders anyways. Goodbranson, he's probably dropped. Top six time. Yeah, defense awareness has dropped a little bit. And Noah Cogliano hasn't gone up at all. All right, so there's all the progress reports. Anybody else hasn't been touched. All right, and goalies, Brathwaite, nothing for Brathwaite. All right, and AHL, let's just see the AHL. Bittner, did he go up? Oh, he went down. Jeez, Bittner's going down. He should be playing in the NHL, I guess. Whatever. Doesn't matter. All right, so there's the progress reports. Our team is looking fine, so let's go one more month. 1 month at a time. We'll keep an eye on the stats and all that good stuff. And I'm going to go for a drink. Ah, yeah, it's much better. All right, so I don't know if we're on a how long of a winning streak we're on. I can see those 2 wins right now, but let's see if we can keep this going. I want to win that President's Trophy this year. I know last video I did not want to win it, but you know what? I think we're a good enough team. I really believe that with Brathwaite back there, we're good enough to win the Presidents this year. The only thing is, now that we're in the second half of the season, is the poise. Remember my whole poise theory? Like in the later half of the season and playoffs, players with lower poise tend not to do good in the simulation. Again, it's just a theory, but I wonder if that's going to come into play because we have a very young team, especially a very young goaltender. Is he going to turn into just an average goaltender when the games get intense, right? Again, it's just a theory, but we'll see. We're winning games right now, so I don't want to jinx us. Against the Islanders, we can beat them 15, 21, and 7. Come on now, there you go. Another win. All right, keep it going. Vancouver Canucks, yeah, decent team, I guess. 23, 18, and 1. All right, so there's the loss. Let me just stop the simulation. I want to see how many games we won in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in a row right there. So that's good. So if we can just keep on getting, a little 7-game winning streak right there, a little 5-game winning streak, and every time we lose, we answer back with a win. I mean, this actually might be one of our best seasons out of all the 9 years we've been here with Quebec. We really have a good team out there. So, you know what? I think I might pay some attention to the scout now. Let's just, there's a few top 10s there in the WHL, top 10s in the OHL. Okay, you know what? I can pretty much just go forwards for the CHL right now. WHL, OHL, and QMJHL. They seem to have enough prospects in there. So, you know what? I don't want to go up to the trade deadline just yet. What I want to do is, yeah, I want to go 1 more month. That's what I want to do, yeah. All the way up here because I just want to make sure that I check out the stats. If I need to make some line changes, I will. But look, we keep on winning games. We're already in the later part of January. We only have 11 regulation losses. This is great. 30 wins already. Man, we're playing great. I wonder how our team's going to look like if we get to the playoffs. Well, when we get to the playoffs. Honestly, I was not expecting this kind of year. I want to compare this year to actually like last year and the year before. When it comes to points, won't be able to do that till like the end of the season. But if we have a better team than like the last few years, that's going to be insane. It has to be all Brathwaite because say what you want, Eberle is better currently than Cogliano, and Cizikas is better than Nordgren. You know, maybe not the shot, but overall. And he helps out the penalty kill and all that stuff, right? And that's another thing. Our 2 penalty killers, Eberle and Cizikas, are gone, and our penalty kill is looking better this year. Our goals against is looking a lot better. Crazy, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a summary of all our young players getting older, and getting a better defensive awareness, like Kapitanov, like Morgan Riley, Ekblad, Kirka again on the third line defensive core. That could be a big one as well. All right, so we are just past the All-Star game. We have about 1 more month before the trade deadline, so that's good news. You know what? Let me just switch over here so we don't lose anything. All right, that's much better. So we are after the All-Star break, 32, 11, and 5 record. I mean, that is outstanding for us. Let's take a look at all these goals against average. Robinson Brathwaite is up there in 3rd, 2.16, and save percentage, he's up there in 6th with .924. So he's definitely a stud on this team. Wins, Brathwaite 2nd in the NHL. Points, are we up there? Are we up there? No, we are not up there. So again, depth goal scoring, right? It's not one guy on our team. We got depth goal scoring. Assists, Yuri Kapitanov, look at that. Yuri Kapitanov, 6th in the NHL with 34, so that's good. And goals, we are not up there. Huberdeau's got 18. Nail Yakupov in 8th has 23. So, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have that. I think Jordan Eberle would be up there if we had him, but you know what? It's not the end of the world because we're a winning team. First in the Atlantic Division with 69 points. We're beating everybody in the East, so that's good. First in the East. And 2nd in the NHL only to the Edmonton Oilers with 75 points, all right? So they're way up there. The Oilers must have a really good team this year because that record that we have right now, that looks like a first-place type of record. So as long as we can keep winning games here, the season is going to go well. Now, team standings, I could check this quickly, even though I really don't need to because I'm not making any line changes. We have a great team. 4th in the NHL for goals for, 2nd in the NHL for goals against. I mean, there's no need to make any changes on this team. We're too good. You know what I mean? We're way too good. Power play could be better, but here's the thing. If I shake up the power play, will that hurt our goals for? Because our goals for per game, screw the power play, but our goals for per game is 3.08. So, I don't really want to mess with anything. And you know what? Time's on the power play. I could check that out. We're actually no. I was thinking that if we were first in the NHL for times on the power play, then maybe the power play percentage could you could explain it away. Our power play could be a lot better, no doubt. All right, 19th in the NHL could be a lot better, but still, it's not a big problem that I have to worry about. Penalty kill, that's a big one. This has always been I can't even talk. This has always been a lower stat for us during the regular season, but I think it's because of Brathwaite. I mean, even with Eberle and Cizikas, our penalty kill was worse, but I think with Robinson Brathwaite in the net, he's really helping it out. Home record 14-6-3 and away record 18-5-2, and our last 10 6-2-2. All right, so everything's going well for us right now. Player stats for the season. Let's see if the top six is still doing what they were doing last time. The way the second line was playing, I mean, they're going to be on pace for a 60-point season, not even a 50-point season. So let's see what they're up to. Jonathan Huberdeau, still a point-a-game player, all right? So Cogliano, it has not stopped Huberdeau from being that point-a-game player, which is good enough for me. Anthony Mantha, 41 points in 48 games played. These guys are going to be 60, 65 plus point players on the second line. That's great. Barkov, 40 points. So Mantha and Barkov, we held on to them for a long time, but they're finally paying dividends for us. Nordgren, 28 points, all right? 16 goals, though, so that's big. Cogliano, 28 points, 16 goals. So, again, no need to switch those two guys up. They're both doing the exact same thing. 16 goals, 12 assists, all right? And Cogliano's a plus 19. So, I'm not going to touch anything. Hart to Kanan, and then we got these guys who are barely getting us any points, but we're fine with that. Henriksen is at least a plus player, so that's good. Won't stunt his growth. Well, I don't know if it will, but whatever. Yuri Kapitanov, and not, again, Cogliano is definitely holding him back from being a point-a-game player, but next year, hopefully, he'll be a lot better. But 46 points in 48 games, that's good enough for me. Morgan Riley, 26, Ekblad, 25, Pouliot, 25. Kirka's down here with 11, but, and he's a -4. How much ice time is he getting? Minutes, 688. Yeah, well, might want to move him up to the first line power play just to get him some more ice time. But you know what? I mean, our power play is up there. No, our power play wasn't up there, right? Yeah. You know what? I might just make that change. Oh, you know what? Hang on a sec. Because I would like to see Kirka get better, and I don't want to see him get the red stars for next year, and I don't think he's getting enough time. I know he's got the second line power play time, but I don't know if that's enough. So I think I'm going to give him first line power play time. Now, I forgot to check out the goalies. Let's just check out goalies. Brathwaite, 216 goals against average, 23, 11, and 2, and a save percentage of 92.43. All right, very good, 2 shutouts. But we should not overlook the best backup in the NHL, Jacob Markstrom, 1.96 goals against average, 9-0 in 9 games played. What a backup this guy is, and a save percentage of 93.48. So when we get to the playoffs, if Robinson Brathwaite crumbles under the pressure, it doesn't matter because we got the 2-time Cup winner Jacob Markstrom and the best backup in the NHL. All right, he's one of the best playoff performers. All right, so I'm fine with that. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or a bad idea, but if we lose some games, I can easily make the change, and we're still going to be a playoff team. The thing I want to do is Kirka. I want to move him up instead of Ekblad, all right? Just to give Kirka some extra minutes, all right? Because Ekblad, he's already reached his prime, basically. And Ekblad, he's a first-line minute 5-on-5 and a first-line penalty kill guy. I think I could get away with giving him or substituting Kirka in for him for some minutes, all right? So we've taken care of all that, so let's go one more month of simulating all the way up to the trade deadline. We'll go to the second here, a little bit into the next month. We're not gonna finish the regular season in this video. I always like to leave you guys with the trade deadline just in case there is a trade or two that we need to make. I don't suspect that we need to, but you know, if we lose 10 games in a row, that will change my focus. So let's see here. There you go. 2 5-goal games there ever since making that change with Kirk. Ah, there we go. Answer back with a loss. I shouldn't have said anything. It could just be coincidence. But that Kirka move, again, it's not necessarily to make our team better. It's to give Kirka some more minutes while hopefully not hurting our team, right? That's what I'm going for there. But I'm going to keep a close eye on our wins. There you go. Our last 3 wins out of our 4 games have had 5 goals for. So, Jesus, we can score goals. There you go. 5 goals against, but we got 4 goals for. Come on now. Ooh, we're losing a few games here. Hang on a second. Losing a few games. I'll go right back to Ekblad if we lose another few games. Absolutely, I will. It may just be coincidence, but still, we had a good thing going. I really didn't want to change it, but you know what? Wanted to give Kirker some time. There you go. Another win. Jeez, another 5 goals. When we're winning games, we're scoring goals, man. It's like we get goals and the team just give up, and then we pot like another 2 or 3 in the third period. That's the kind of team we are now. Empty netter team. Oh, come on. There you go. Another big win. Back-to-back shutouts for Brathwaite. Maybe Markstrom got in there. He's an undefeated goal. I shouldn't have said that. I just said undefeated goalie. He's definitely going to have a loss now. But if he ends the season with like 12-0 or like 15-0, that'd be awesome. All right, there's a loss to Detroit. Nah, don't worry. I'm not gonna go crazy just yet. We've fallen behind the 2-to-1 loss ratio, but still. Expect our team to come back down to earth a little bit. There's another loss. Yee. See, this is where I need you guys to weigh in. Should we keep the Kirker thing on the first-line power play after the trade deadline, or should we just go back to Ekblad? These losses are starting to pile up now. There's another win. It could just be coincidence, right? I don't know. Let's see. Another win. There's another win. It's a big win, too. We were doing the CHL, right? Yeah, I just did the WHL. Go OHL for 6 weeks now. There you go. All right, and one more game before we stop this. Let's see what happens. Come on, give me a win against Boston. They're a good team, too. Win against Boston. Win against Boston. There you go. All right. So you know what? I mean, 3 straight wins right there. 2 straight losses. 2 straight wins. 2 straight losses. A win, a lot. Like, it could just be the bad run that I was expecting this whole year, right? So you guys can weigh on that, actually. Kirka or Ekblad for the first-line power play and 4-on-4 power play. That's the only change I'd be willing to make, all right? Because I did just make that move. Goals against average, Brathwaite first in the NHL. Save percentage, Brathwaite 6th in the NHL. Wins, Brathwaite second, only second to the Edmonton guys. So Edmonton is probably still in first in the NHL. He's got 35 wins already. Points, Jonathan Huberdeau and Yuri Kapitanov finally cracked the top 8 once again. So they're starting to play their little legs out now. Huberdeau 5th in the NHL and Kapitanov 7th. Assists, Kapitanov up there in 2nd in the NHL. Jonathan Huberdeau up there in 4th. All right, so these guys have turned it on now at the end of the season. Atlantic Division, we are in first at 86 points, and we are first in the Eastern Conference. And it's not even a horse race right now. We are dominating the Eastern Conference. Second to us are the Montreal Canadiens and Tampa Bay Lightning, but 11 points behind us, all right? But in the West, yeah, the West, we're still second in the NHL, but the Edmonton Oilers are the team to beat right now. They look like they are poised for that President's Trophy. We're only 3 games behind them, but I don't believe we would have any games against Edmonton in the final. No, we don't, right? So it's out of our hands. If they want to win the Presidents, all they have to do is win more games than we win, right? With that lead that they have, that will be more than enough. So we need to just take care of our end, win the Eastern Conference, and hope that Edmonton trails a little bit, and you never know. All right? Last but not least, team standings. Let's just do all this stuff. Second in the NHL, there you go. Goals for per game, 3rd in the NHL. So we're scoring enough goals. Goals against per game, 1st in the NHL, okay? That is a huge stat. I'm going to say it. We are a playoff-ready team with a goals against average like that. Absolutely. Most important stat right there. Power play percentage, 7th in the NHL. All right, and, all right, sorry about that. Just had to fix something. So power play percentage, where were we? Hang on a sec. Yeah, power play percentage. 7th in the NHL. All right, so with Kirka, I forget the number that it was before. So with Kirka, you guys can weigh in on that. And penalty kill percentage, 4th in the NHL. So we got all the right stats that we need. Absolutely. Home record 18-7-3 and away record 22-8-3. Last 10 6-3-1. So that's basically the same as the last time we checked it, which was 6-2-2, 6-3-1. Right. So I don't think Kirka did anything wrong on that on our team. Definitely didn't start to lose more games than we lost before. Still first in the East, still second in the NHL, right? So, I don't know. I think Kirka could work on the first-line power play. Give him some extra time, right? And here are the stats. Forwards, so you got Jonathan Huberdeau is a point-a-game player, well beyond a point-a-game player now. So Cogliano is fine on that first line. Anthony Mantha, he's already hit 50 points. That's what I want out of the second liners, 50-point seasons. It only took him 61 games to get to 50 points, all right? This guy is poised for a 60-point season. Barkov, he's going to get 50 points as well, so good for him. Cogliano, 40 points. He is officially a 20-goal scorer. It looks like he's going to be a 25-goal scorer, all right? So Cogliano did his job. job this year, absolutely. Nordgren, 33 points, but he's the 20-goal scorer on that second line, all right? So, great year for Nordgren as well. And Hartikainen, 20 points on the third line, not bad. Third line, I want 30 points out of him, right? So, I mean, if he gets close to 30 points, that's good. And then Ty Ratty has been kind of a letdown, but, I mean, third line time, he's fine back there, and he's an even player, so it's not the end of the world. All right, and defenseman Kapitanov, he's back to being a point-a-game player now, boys, so that's good for him, 65 points. Morgan Riley, 33, Ekblad, 29, Puglia, yeah. Kirka, we got up to 20 points. I don't know if the power play helped him out at all, but he's up there at 20 points now, which is good. Let's see the minutes. Minutes, 891, so yeah, he's down there in minutes. We can catch him back up, though. All right, and I think the MVP of our season right here. All right, this guy's made the difference. Robinson Brathwaite, 2.15 goals against average, 29, 15, and 2. Save percentage of 92.44 and 4 shutouts. All right, unbelievable. And Markstrom, oh, he got the overtime loss. I shouldn't have said anything. All right, so Markstrom, 12 games played, 2.13 goals against average, 11, 0, and 1. So he doesn't lose in regulation so far, and a save percentage of 92.93. All right, so we got arguably the best goalie in the NHL and the best backup. Not even arguably, we have the best backup in the NHL. End of story. All right, so if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I really think it's going to be a quiet trade deadline this year. This is another year that we can go for that Stanley Cup. We don't have to hold back. But if you guys have any line change suggestions or maybe a trade to improve our third or fourth line, go ahead. But I like the way our team is playing right now. And you know what? I said I was going to do this. Last but not least, let's see if we can set up. I'll just add that. Oh, wait. Yeah, medical staff is already full. We're fine. Let's see if we can have the best season that we've ever had. The best season we've ever had was 114 points, right? 22 losses and 6 overtime losses. So we can do it. We can absolutely do it. We just have to make sure that we don't lose more than 6 games, all right? If we can just lose 6 games and go 15-6, basically, right? Yeah, 15-6, I believe, in the last games, we'll have had our best regular season to date, all right? Which is incredible. I did not think we were going to have that kind of year. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And what are the odds that we go 15-6 in our last, 21 games, I suppose? All right, so let me know, boys, and I will see you in the next video.